Dragon Ball Super Card Game Masters Anniversary Box is coming out soon, bringing 40 cards for over 10 decks. And because things leaked, I'm going to be doing the predictions now. So let's go. Anniversary Box predictions. Roll the video. As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown. So these are my anniversary box predictions. 40 new cards, so 20 decks or so. Don't look at last anniversary box as a model. That one had a deck. This one doesn't. So you need to look at the older ones. These are mostly guesses. There will be leaks in this one, but I'm not gonna tell you what. So that's it. I will be mentioning some leaders that got leaked, but I won't say which one of those are. Leaders, right? So let me just talk briefly on this topic because I'm extremely against the leaks, and not because I'm trying like some others to shill for Bandai. No, I'm just kinda, hey guys, here's the reality of the situation. When you leak shit, you're not doing community a favor. People are desperate for cards now, and now imagine when a leak happens 2 months before the product. And do you know when the next product is? In September. So you as a player might think like, I want the leaks to happen. You don't. Because if you're impatient now, how does waiting 4 months until you get spoilers for the next set sound like? That's why you don't do leaks. So, but yeah, who am I to talk about this, right? And then we'll just wrap it up with a skipped summary. Let's go. Free Young Invaders, Bandai. Free Young Invaders, let King Vegeta reign again. Well, what am I hoping for actually? I don't believe that we will ever get Young Invaders freed, but we'll probably get a Young Invaders feel like Z extra with like, hey, this counts as Young Invaders. We're definitely getting that if we're ever getting King Vegeta support. And the other thing, I think it's gonna be like an actual boss monster. Just Vegeta has the Goku, the Vegeta, the Broly, but the deck doesn't really have an actual boss monster. And that's what I'm hoping for. Red U7 Goku hasn't been relevant in years. This one desperately needs support. What am I hoping for? A way to buff battle cards by 5k so that your Double Striker can be 5k, so that your Frieza can be 24, and leader locked cheap barrier removal. Now ideally as a leader, I don't think that's what we're getting, but at least a leader locked cheap barrier removal would be awesome. Fans of Red King Piccolo have been wanting for this deck to get unbans forever. They really desperately want unbans, and Bandai desperately doesn't want to unban things for some reason. So we need the justice for King Piccolo. What am I hoping for? A board-wide plus 5k buff, potentially as E extra, but it needs to stick. It needs to be a permanent buff, because now in the era of 20k cards, 20k leaders, King Piccolo doesn't do anything anymore. And we need a new draw engine instead of piano. I don't believe that Bandai is ever going to unlimit and unban things, so then just give us a new engine to work with. Let's wrap it up with actual shit. So SSB Gogeta, Prophet of Demise, this one needs a very, very long overdue buff. This leader is utter ass. This is one of the worst decks in the entire game, and every time Bandai gives it any support, they forget to leader lock it. Yes, Bandai, every time you give it support, you don't leader lock it. So what happens is that just other red decks, better red decks, play the support for this Gogeta. So at this point, give it anything. Just give it a Z leader, give it an actual boss monster, but it has to be leader locked. Otherwise, it just kinda doesn't work. That's right, we will be seeing the return of pure blue control, blue baby, hopefully getting a buff in the anniversary box. So what does this one need? It needs an actual boss monster, an actual finisher, not a counter, not a counter monkey, a way to actually close the game. And another thing that this one could use is a real self-awakener. Now you will see these words a couple of times. What I mean when I say real self-awakener, that's like what Videl got, right? You just play a card, you take lives immediately, turn to awaken. That's it. This is probably the one that I'm most confident in. Blue Bardock. Now, I did submit your survey results to Bandai. They know that this is the deck that most of you wanted. This was the second highest requested leader for support. No way this one isn't getting support. So it's getting a 20k Z leader. I hope that it is getting a 20k Z leader that you go into ASAP, like immediately. Think Vegeta set 2. So you awaken path, Z leader, immediately, instantly. Because this leader is complete shit. This leader just doesn't work. What the Z leader should have is a way to negate energy exhaust as well. Because Bandai has been forcing this thing to be blue-yellow for ages. And another thing, yeah, like I've said the last time, a real self-awakener. So you just go, my turn 2, bam, self-awakener, awaken, flip, Z-leader, let's go. Now this thing is absolutely disgusting, and yeah, meal 2 please, but this one is here for my mate, Peter Dance. Cause Peter Dance is never getting Invoker support, and at this point Bandai, you should not give Peter Dance Invoker support, because he always finds problems with it. Don't give him support anymore, but instead give Mil Janemba. Please, for the love of God, Mil Janemba. Please. Because, guys, every time we get Janemba support, everyone instantly thinks of Mil Janemba, and it's never Mil Janemba. So just give us a way to, I don't know, mill faster. That's it. And maybe like a Z leader or a Z extra. Just give us a way to mill people faster. And my last prediction is the one true ramp deck. Not Beerus, not that imitator. SS4 Vegeta Ultimate Evolution. This will be so dope. So what am I hoping for? A consistent, cheap ramp piece. Beerus has Whis. Vegeta needs something like that. Just a copy-paste of Whis. Just something to allow Vegeta to ramp consistently. If you're not giving him that, then give him a way to just say like, okay, opponent can't block. Or something. Just for the leader to actually connect with the opponent, to deal damage. And of course a boss monster. An actual finisher, though this is a ramp deck, doesn't really need a boss monster. Oh ho ho, you filthy monkeys, racist Frieza needs support. Yeah, this deck needs support. Bandai, please, for the love of God, I will never play a different deck. If you give me support for this, I promise I'll never play anything else. Like, but support needs to be the following. More ways to randomly hand the destruction my opponent. Just give me a way to randomly discard 2 cards from their hand. Do that. Give me something like that, just to make everyone miserable. Because hand destruction is flat out the friendliest, most interactive form of playing a card game, because you're always interacting, you're always asking cards in hand, you're always talking with your opponent. Now just give me a way to do this while I'm discarding them randomly. And of course a boss monster, an actual finisher, like big buffed Frieza finisher boss monster. Then we have Majin Vegeta. Okay, so this one, I mean, support is long overdue, right? I mean, this one's been getting support forever, but it's still been like, what, 2 years or so? A Z extra would be nice to get, just something to speed it up, and a new way to swarm the board. I think that's enough, you know, just a way to swarm the board. It's okay to be aggro again. Look at this desperate bastard, Unison Cooler. Unison Cooler also really needs help. This deck has been shit forever, and I'm out here vouching that we're gonna get Unison Cooler support for my boy Joe Revel, the only cooler player in the galaxy. So what do we need? We need a Z leader. A Z leader 20k, that would be amazing. And a card draw would be lovely, right? Either a defensive piece or some extra card draw, that would really be lovely. And the last green one goes out to Nina. Yeah, that's my wife. For those of you who don't know, Nina is the one who does all of our social media and basically everything you see. I am just an ugly face on the camera. So, guys, give Nina some energy and give her a meta cooler support like Z Leader or some insane shit. This deck really needs help. A Z Extra or something that gives plus 5k to all meta coolers, and it's just like static. It's not until the end of the turn. It's just plus 5k and some sort of board protection. Like give meta cooler a way to get like barrier or something. Like this deck is really cool. It just needs support. Hey, remember this deck? Yeah, I don't know how this one got here. I have no clue how this actually got here, but I'm supposedly hoping for this one to get support. So I don't know, a good blocker would be cool. A good blocker would be okay for this one, and probably a Z extra as well, like something like that. This deck, this is one of the most forgotten decks of all time. According to the community survey, this is a very popular request for legacy support. Like, people actually remember that this thing exists. So what am I hoping for? A way to cheat out the boss monster, and this is the one that rests 2 energies, but costs like 4. You're never gonna do that. And maybe a way to rest energy. Yeah, of course, that's always kinda shit when you need to work around resting your opponent's energy, but just something so that, you know, your permanent can actually work. Bandai's Golden Boy. Like, this has been Bandai's Golden Boy for such a long time. I mean, this was one of the best decks for a very limited period of time, and Bandai just kept giving it support. Like, even when it was the best yellow deck in the game, they just kept giving it support. They gave it an alt-art leader, dash pack support, like all kinds of shit. And ever since then, like, it's been a couple of years now, the deck has fallen off. So maybe it's time for a Z leader, and probably, knowing how much Bandai loves this one, probably some random bullshit that's going to make it tier 1 again. And finally, Bandai, please, for the love of God, please, for the love of God, come on. Like, Super 17, Emissary of Hell, absolute dog shit leader. Like, it's not that the leader is bad, it's that everything else is bad. Like, it even got a Z extra that, guys, the Z extra before the errata was so good. It was so broken because it did something, it did a buff that it wasn't supposed to do, like, constantly. It was really strong, and even then no one bothered playing this deck. So this deck does need some support, so please give it an actual finisher, an actual one, and not whatever the hell it's running in its engine. And speaking of whatever the hell it's running in its engine, please give it a way to cheat out the old one. Like, the old one is unplayably bad. It takes, what, 4 energy to do anything, and it has 0 protection. Come on. You know that this one is coming. I can already hear my friend Danio from Poland being, "Oh, kurwa, it's coming." Oh yes, it is. Dark Broly. Let's not even pretend that the Dark Broly support is not coming in the anniversary box. So what can we expect? Well, if it were up to me, I think the thing that everyone wants, right? A Z leader which removes the errata. Keep everything. Just Z leader which removes the leader errata. Just that. And of course, because, hey, it's not just Z leader that got errated into oblivion, we need to also play our cards for free, a Z Unison cost reducer. That's it. So the Z Unison removes the errata on the battle cards, and the Z Leader removes the errata on the leader cards. It is stupid. It's really stupid. It shouldn't happen. But hey, you know, like, we can dream, right? Gogeta Zeno has the best artwork in the game. Like, that's it. Like, this is the best art Gogeta leader. And this is not the standard art though. This is hands down the best art Bandai ever made. This one. The normal version also has the best Gogeta art. So yeah, what's this one getting? It's probably getting a Z extra. I would say that it's getting I want to say Unison, but no, not with that counterplay. He doesn't need a Z Unison as long as that counterplay exists. But like probably a Z extra and a new big like hitter. Like a new big hitter for cheap or for free. Another forgotten leader, Bulma, Life of a Heroine. Well, at this point, it's life on heroin because that's what you need to be on to actually play this thing. So, what am I hoping for? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea, to be honest. Like, something that reduces the cost of heroin cards. So that, oh my god, okay, they mean just get through this. Likely a discount Z extra. Likely a discount Z extra. The safest bet on the list. There is no reality in which this doesn't happen. According to the community survey, by far the most requested leader in the entire game out of 200 and something for new support is Zeno. By far the most requested one. So this one is definitely happening, right? What does it need? A Shadow Dragon counterplay. Like this deck doesn't have a single counterplay. So it needs one, and hopefully a Z leader. That would be cool. 20k Zeno, refresh, fucking milling your opponent to do something double strike and win the game. That would be awesome. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what are your wishes? I'm certain that you guys have some of your wishes, so let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing what are you hoping to get in the anniversary box. So let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. And of course, a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons, the best coffee. They keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a patron is in the description below. And yeah, that's it. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.